talking about delivering equity through local climate action. So climate change is already here with us. But today, we're going to do this differently, okay? Most of the time, it's the panelists who will set the tone. Today, I want us to be the ones to begin by telling us what they believe climate change is and how we can achieve equity, all right?
Why are we here? We are here not to lament the impacts and the challenges of climate change today. We are here that we have something, however small, however big, which we have done as a community, as Kenyans, as the local people, to enable us respond to the impact of climate change in two ways. One, to enable the most vulnerable within a village, within a ward, to adapt to a warming earth at her own household.
There is one aspect on human-wildlife conflict which I feel like FLLoCA also should address. Yesterday during the other presentations, one senator mentioned something on how can we deal with wildlife like monkeys, for example. Their environment has been interfered in such a way that they are now outside where they are supposed to be, and they are in our homes. Our food stuff, the agricultural crops are being destroyed by monkeys and other wildlife because of lack of food inside the forest. So I feel like we should also plant more fruit trees in the forest, in the escarpments, like where we are now. There are a number of hills around here. Why don't we plant fruit trees, including even wild bananas, even the real bananas, just for wild animals, including birds? So I feel like we need to address also their challenge so that their impact on food production should be reduced.
Let us do a lot of capacity building. I don't feel that ideas should be coming from the governors going down. Instead, our ideas should be coming from us, innovators, to the governors, who should be able to address the issues by funding and capacity building. So let us have a lot of capacity building and also inclusive planning, whereby everyone is included, from the disabled to the youth and to the women, and not leaving out the men, because we also assume that the men have it together and we are leaving them out. So let us have inclusive planning and a lot of capacity building, because we are capable. We are capable, we have the potential, and we have enough education and skills to do this, to support the government.
As we are standing here today, 2,245 various projects is happening, or is being implemented in 45 counties in 1,550 wards. All the 47 counties, including Nairobi and Mombasa, have done their Climate Change Act, a requirement which was supposed to be done in 2016, but it has never been done until FLLoCA came into force in 2022. Today, we are here to celebrate the institutionalization of climate change units within the 47 counties. We are here to take stock on how FLLoCA has given two things: money and decision in what they want to do it. We are here to be shown how the participatory climate risk assessment has made my grandmother the most vulnerable to say, I need water, I need ecosystem, I need this business, I want to reduce this emission using clean energy.
FLLoCA has reached 1.37 million people with just the first year of investments. Remember, we have got 3 cycles. With just this first year cycle, we have reached 1.37 million people. The counties have also done very well, Bwana CS, that we actually have a funding gap. The assumptions that had been made early on was that only 32 counties would qualify in the first cycle, 45 qualified. So if counties were to qualify the same way they have qualified this year, as the World Bank, the money left is only for 23 counties. As the young people say, what you do with that information is up to you.
All right.
Then finally, for counties, let us try and achieve value for money. And this is also a challenge to civil society.
This year's Devolution Conference calls as to put equity, inclusion, and social justice at the heart of governance. Climate action is actually a justice issue, supported by the robust pipelines, safeguards, and reporting standards that FLLoCA has helped to institutionalize. We are also developing results-based climate finance windows that pay for verified adaptation outcomes, and in doing so, mobilize both concessional resources and private capital. And because permanence matters, we are entrenching county climate change funds as standing county vehicles capable of receiving domestic allocations, partner contributions, and international climate finance through a single harmonized structure. To our development partners, we are deeply grateful for your steadfast support, for both financial, technical, and even strategic, in helping counties turn climate ambition into tangible results. As the global conversation on climate justice intensifies, particularly across the global south that bears the brunt of climate impacts, we welcome even deeper collaboration, expanding outcome-based financing, co-creating green and blended instruments, and building investable county pipelines that crowd in private capital. Your partnership has helped prove that developed systems can deliver equitable resilience. Together, we can scale this model, share lessons across regions, and mobilize new resources to communities most at risk are the first to benefit. FLLoCA proves that when communities lead and public systems listen, justice is not an aspiration, it is a budget line, a pipeline, a job, a harvest, and a glass of clean water. Let us scale what works, word by word, county by county, so that Kenya meets its climate goals, locally led, nationally enabled, and globally credible.
From our climate resilience, climate risk assessment that was conducted 2 years ago, one of the issues identified to be most affecting people in Homa Bay County were issues around food insecurity, issues to do with the rising lake levels that has constantly been displacing people along the lake and also encroaching into productive farmlands. Now, as a county government, the response has been cross-sectoral. That is, it has been done in such a manner that these responses are reflected in our county integrated development plan.
One thing I would want to say is that as a country, we should be self-sustaining. We should be able to build resilience to be able to deal with climate change challenges and opportunities. And in this regard, I would want to see ourselves as a country looking at various options of climate financing so that we do not depend on multilaterals and international organizations who mainly focus on actually business. They only focus on mitigation programs. I would like to see a country where we are self-sustaining in terms of financing projects. The other area is also on green bonds. And I also want to thank the finance team. They have already put their policy on green bonds. We need also to build capacity on how to use green bonds to generate money. And in this regard, I would like to appeal to CS Finance that you should consider as we go forward how counties can access money directly from various funders, so that we can be able to access money directly through green bonds.
So one thing that we would want to appreciate from what we've been able to realize from what we've been able to achieve so far, the issue of ownership is very important. If we want to sustain this program, it has to be owned by the communities.
All right.
And that is why we need to look at this in a holistic way, improving the livelihoods and so forth. With that, we'll be able to get a lot of support and sustain the program.
You see the youths here, these are the people that will be affected more by climate change in the near future. So I would want to see a policy that entrenches their involvement in matters climate change, right from the top to the bottom where they are.
We should leverage on partnerships, especially to finance climate action, since financing is what is now needed to implement all the plans that have been put in place. And it's a good thing that all counties now have the policy and legal framework and also the strategic framework for climate action. So it is only financing, and we should leverage on partnerships to bridge the gap.
Do not ask Peter Odengo or my CS or my PS or any governor what FLLoCA can do for you. Do it, because the police is there. He has given the money. You have been trained. You, the youth, do it. It has been done.